welcome to my channel, Love Storyteller Tarot. My name's Jeanette and I'm back with the full moon reading, and it's in Scorpio on the 22nd of April, and it's I think Scorpio is quite intense actually. I find it quite an intense archetype, archetypal pattern energy. It, like I said in the April reading, it's wow, Scorpio comes under the death sign in the tarot cards, number 13, and it's all about transformation, but like I've said before, it's about a deep transformation. It's not your light stuff. It's about like getting down to the core, deep down, really digging deep, and having to face parts of ourselves or situations that, you know, we feel uncomfortable with, or we don't want to deal with. You know, I think this full moon will be asking us to step up really, but let's see what the cards say. I don't want to go too much into it. Spirit already knows that, you know, this is for the full moon reading. Am I recording properly? Yes. Right, I'm going to continue with this because I've done it for the new moon and I've done it for the April reading. I just want to say about that, the guy on top of the moon card, and it was in reverse. I think that could be delays around there, or it could be that man is feeling insecure, or he causes a delay. I'm not too sure about that. I'm not always shown everything. It's about, you know, putting it to your own situation really, and doing it that way. But anyway, let's go on. I just wanted to say I watched a film at the Pictures. I won't tell you about it because it's only just come out, but it meant a lot to me because I've actually met the person, because he's from where I live, so we're the same age and everything. But it's not about that. It's about the story that that he went through, and he's called Eddie the Eagle. He was a ski jumper, but it was about the story. I won't tell you about it, but the story for me was he was just so chuffed that he broke Great Britain's world record really. He, you know, and that's what meant a lot to him. And the story is about taking part, you know, and achieving your best, and that's all you can ask of yourself, to do with your destiny and what you're here to do really. You just do your best and you love yourself, and that's what this Scorpion is all about. It's about, you know, going deep and hugging and loving and really empathizing with those parts of yourselves that, you know, maybe sometimes sabotage relationships, especially if something's going good. You know, the saboteur can then come up. You know, Carolyn Mace's work with all the archetypes, that can happen when, and I wrote in my book the Cinderella part, you know, when things are going well for us, we're so used to the dark stories, which, you know, the dark stories can represent the Scorpio. So if the same card comes back up as it did in the new moon one, then definitely the April one, I mean. So, you know, it's all about the dark stories and what we're telling ourselves, and we're needing to let go of all of that now. And the Scorpio, because Sag was in Scorpio for 2.5 years. That was a hard time. Entered in 2012, October 2012 I think, and then went through for 2.5 years, and I know I had a lot of tests during those 2.5 years, I can assure you. So, but it did say the last one was my final test, and I actually wrote the name down. I've got a blog on there on my website that says all about that. So yeah, and synchronicity. Anyway, what's the message here, please, for on the collective level, please, Spirit, for the full moon in Scorpio that complements the other readings in April? I'll close my eyes because I don't want to see the influence the colours. I just hope you can see. There we go. Oh, we got power struggle. Now, did we have that before? What was the other two? No, it was a personal myth, the new moon, and then it was the dark story, the April reading. Right, this is power struggle, but this is the one that's come up a lot in other readings that I've done. So yeah, this really does play a part. I'm seeing it all the time. And one, if I can get it closer, 1 and 5 is 6 equals the Lovers card in the normal tarot. So equals the Lovers cards, and as you can see, you've got 2 people on there, like a path. Well, you can see that as a path. You can see that as a path, but then you've got two separate paths on the other side, and like a crater in between that they would fall down if they let go, you see. And the clouds are very stormy up there, but this is like your tug of war, and this is to do with, it says there, you see, relationship. These are the same cards again. So it's like, what reading was it when I said about the the 5 of Swords? It's about winning arguments, and you're right, you're wrong. It's this push and pull, you know, I'm right, you're wrong. And it's all about the ego, and the ego wanting to be right, and the ego wanting, you know, its needs met. And I want you, the role play again, I want you to act a certain way in this relationship so that I feel safe. You know, this is all psychology, and this is what's going on in the relationships, and you can't create a win-win then when this is happening. But you know, if one of them was to let go, in one sense, you know, he would fall. If she let go, he would fall into the crater. But it wouldn't be about you then going to rescue him, or vice versa, he coming to rescue you by letting go. The letting go card is then somebody in a hole, and I think it's the woman, and the man standing on the top, but he doesn't get in there with her. He puts the ladder in, so he supports her. He says, you know, I'm not getting in there with you, or she says, it can be the other way around, I'm not getting in that hole with you that you dug, but I will put the ladder in there for you to help yourself. So, you know, in the codependency card, romance angel card came up again, which links to the 2 readings, the April one and the new moon in Pisces one, I think it was, which is that 6-month cycle. So, you know, they are all interlinked. There's a message, a bigger picture going on to do with our relationships, and these are all clues and signs for us to work on, so that we can create different relationships for ourselves. So it's not about being the rescuer and then wanting something back. Like I said, it's a hole in the let go one, which is where he'd fall, it's where she'd fall. You know, once the other person, it's about sacrifice. You know, the other person would go into sacrifice if you got your needs met the way you wanted it to. If you wanted him to play a certain role, and he's not being true to himself, or she's not being true to herself, then you go into sacrifice, and you end up having to carry them on your shoulders, and it's a burden, metaphorically speaking. and it becomes a burden. Then, you know, you want an equal partnership, a strong partnership, where you're supporting each other. Like I said, he puts the ladder in there and he offers a hand, but he doesn't get in there with her, and there is a difference, and that's what our relationships are all about. That's the, you know, the Scorpio, the deep transformation is moving away from this of I want you a certain way, no, I want you a certain way, and the demands instead of requests. You know, it's about getting our needs met, really. So this power struggle is going on in relationships, or definitely will be around the full moon. And the healing, you know, if we choose to let go of the power struggles, well, the healing to doing that, this is the most important card. What do we need to know, please, Spirit, that will help us and support us? The healing card is, oh my goodness, what did I just say? Oh, thank you so much, Spirit. I love that when that happens. Hence why I shuffle in front of the camera, so everybody can see it. And don't know if you can see it there, but it says, my camera's not very good, 27, letting go, healing. And 2 and 7 is 9, which is the year 9, which links back to the true love card that was in the April reading. I'm sure it added up to number 9, I can't remember now, or 11. Did it add up to number 11, true love, which is a master's number? But yeah, so we've got 2 and 7, which is 9, which is this year. This year is the letting go year. It's the ending of those cycles, and it's, you know, going on towards completion. And I was just saying about that, I literally said to you, it's a hole, you see, and he puts the ladder in there, and she's got a picture, she's holding a picture. He's saying, I'm not going to rescue you, but I will support you. I'll help you to help, I'll help you so that you can help yourself, is what he's basically saying. Or she, it can be the other way around, because, you know, it's different in every situation. And there's the ladder, but she's holding on to a picture and holding on to an image of how she wants somebody to be. And you've got to let go of that, you see, letting go. And the other cards for the April was a surrender and release, which was part of the healing, so they all connect. But oh my goodness, that is amazing. I was just saying about that, describing that. So and there you go, because like I said, if he was to let go, she would end up in there, and if he was to let go, if she was to let go, he would end up in there. So it could be either way, but whoever ended, because somebody has to let go, is the message. Somebody has to let go of the power struggle of right and wrong, because if not, the battle's just going to keep going. The 5 of Swords is just going to keep going, and you know, you're just not going to get anywhere. There's not going to be a win-win situation. So one of them has to let go, and depending on who lets go, because the one who lets go has more power over, because it is stand up, the other one won't know what's happened, because they'll end up in the hole, you see. So if that makes sense. And then the other one comes along, not to rescue, but just to give a helping hand, give the support, so that they can help themselves. That's the key, that they can help themselves, because there's, you know, a picture and an image. So oh, I just love that. I love that when that happens. It's just, you know, confirmation for me, really, and spirit supporting me. And that's the healing, you see, is letting go. And what was the other ones? The other ones was I can't remember now. Anyway, so this is the gift we get by letting go. And obviously watch the April monthly, the new moon, and this full moon one. I'm going to try and do it so that you can watch it in sync. The monthly, then the new moon, and then the full moon. So they'll probably all need to go out together. I know it'll be too early, but you know, it's better that you've got all three and you can watch them in sync and then get the story. So right, what's the gift that we'd receive by letting go, please? What's the gift that we would receive by letting go, please, Spirit? Joy. I was going to light the joy candle, actually. See, I should have trusted myself. My first instincts would have been to light the joy candle, and that would have been very appropriate, but I didn't. I lit the heart one. This is the candle I lit for the the lunar new moon and the solar full moon one. I lit that for that and lit it every day. And for some reason I've done it now. So that's the gift you get, is joy. 5, 6, 7, 5. Yeah, 9 again, isn't it? Yeah, 9 again. See, that adds up to 9. So both of them, the 2 and 7, letting go, is 9, and we're in the 9 year. And 4 and 5 is 9, which is grace, is the gift that you get. Joy, you know, everybody's dancing, and the trees are hearts, and you know, it's complete joy is what you experience. How lovely. So I'll leave them there and get on with the I use these ones because I use the other ones for that, so I use these ones. What are the most important messages, please, for this full moon in Scorpio, the 22nd stroke 23rd, I think, because it's different in different countries, but roughly around that time. And let's see, most important messages, please. We can only do our best, like Eddie the Eagle. And don't compare yourselves to don't compare yourself to other people's relationships either. Right, and as I was showing this last time in the new moon one, the 4-leaf clover, I've kept it on here because it's the same time I'm doing it, and I was saying about, you know, not searching and looking for it, and the ladybirds as well. It's Under the Tuscan Sun, I think it was called, the film, is what I was referring to. My niece happened to walk past and she said something come up on her phone or something like that that said exactly the same, that you don't need to go searching for answers, the answers will come to you. So maybe that's a sign, that's a message. But right, so we've got the 6 of Cups in reverse. So this is, but we will be in that Mercury retrograde. That full moon would have hit its full peak, its cycle, I think then, and so there's delays on something to do with the past. But the other card should give you clues, because I think new moons are more about taking action, I think. And full moons are about letting go, i.e. letting go, that card. So yeah, what am I trying to say? The April one, the new moon and the full moon will link and will give you, if you watch them all, will give you, I'm going to watch them back, give you a clearer picture as to what's going on. We've got the High Priestess again. She showed up in and she's upright. She's upright, so I don't think we're trusting our intuition, but we need to, because she's upright. She was upright in the other one as well. So I think we are getting clear messages. We're getting clear messages. Our knowingness is right, because if it wasn't, she'd be reversed, because that's what it would be for me, that we're not trusting it. But upright, you know, I mean, not to trust. We're off balance in some shape or form, but upright, we are, our inner knowingness is calling us, is speaking to us. So, you know, and it's something to do with the past. Something to do with the past. We've got the Sun card. So things are bright, even though we don't, you know, this is about optimism, confidence, free spirit. That clarity is about clarity. So the High Priestess, sorry, I've got to keep moving over. Right, just don't want to show everything in here, i.e. my knees and all. So the High Priestess does have clarity. She is seeing things clearly. Confidence. Be confident about your inner knowingness. It's about confidence. Things are looking up. Things are good. So no matter what's going on around you, believe, trust your High Priestess. And we've got the Page of Swords. We had the Page of Wands on the other one. Page of Swords, that's about communication, but he looks on this particular set of cards as though he's ready for a bit of action, as though he's going to say something, as though he's, you know, careful what you say to me, because I'm ready for action, I'm ready to say something. So be careful how you approach me. I think something to do with the past, because the past is in reverse, the Six of Cups, and it's to do with the King of Wands. I think I know who this King of Wands is, because I was saying on the other one, the Page of Wands, which was there, and on the Page of Wands in the Telema tarot, the what do you call them, like little lizard, salamander, is there, and on the Rider-Waite tarot, the King of Wands, you've got the salamander on his coat as well. So that message links back to that Page of Wands, because this is what's at the heart of the matter. But this can be under fire signs, you know, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, but I don't really want to put it under a sign. It's the energy, and a lot of people can have this energy or can be acting this way at a certain point in their lives, because you know, that's the way it is. But so he could be this way at this particular time in his life. He might not have been that way in the past, but you know, he's come into his own in this way. But this is a visionary. This is somebody who, an entrepreneur, has their own business, is a risk taker. You know, they don't sit on their backsides, even though he's sat there. They've got that, you know, fiery energy. They're on the go all the time. They're creating, making things happen. You know, and he's not reversed, so he is upright. So something around this guy, we'll pull some more cards on him in a minute, but it's all woman, but you know, I'm sensing male, because we've got the Sun card there, and to me that represents the male energy. But there's something, this is like a warning. This is about communication. We'll be in the Mercury retrograde cycle, something to do with the past. But the High Priestess is upright, so you're having to trust yourself, and it's to do with choices again. It's the Lovers cards, number 6, and like I said, with this card, that's the power struggle. That's the power struggle, because this is number 6, and 5 and 1 is 6, and it says relationship here, and there you go. There's the Lovers cards there. So that's twice that the universe is confirming my own intuition as to what's going on. So I'm going to leave that next to the Lovers cards, and it's all about getting clarity. We've got two major arcanas there. The Lovers, see, we've got the Sun above the Lovers. We've got the Sun above the Lovers cards. So, and it's next to the King of Wands and the High Priestess. You need to trust yourself around this guy, or vice versa, if it's the other way around. That's what it's saying. But it's about choices. But the sun is bright, things are looking good. So sometimes, like I was saying earlier, was it this one I was saying? Yeah, we can sabotage sometimes. When things are going good for us, we can sabotage sometimes. And then we've got the Seven of Swords, and it's upright. You know, this is somebody being sneaky, sly, cunning, that sort of thing, really. That card is it's about pride as well, I think. Can you see all the cards? Yeah. Oh, we've got the Three of Swords. Now this can be well, this is separation, heartache, you know, something that's been said has pierced you, hurt mentally. This can be three, because it's three. There can be three people involved, and like I said before, it can be people that aren't even in the picture, but it's aren't even in the picture. She's carrying a picture there, you know, that's not even in the picture, that they're in the past, but one or both people are carrying that hurt and that heartbreak with them. That's what I'm sensing about that. So, or it can be, you know, that can be deceit, and because that's upright, that's something that's happening or will be happening around the full moon. And but we do have the sun there, so the sun is going to shine. It's going to shine the clarity on this guy, because if you go down that way, that's been a bit sneaky, crafty in getting his needs met, and as to why there's the power struggle around the Three of Swords, the heartbreak. Oh, we got the Tower card though in reverse. The Tower card was in the April one, and it was where the Lovers cards were. So that, and the Death card was up there. So I'm going to have to watch them all back one by one, so I can get a clearer picture as to what's going on, in case I maybe need to do another reading to sort of show all of that, and maybe a conclusion. But yeah, the Tower card's in reverse, so something at the beginning of the month, between the beginning and the new moon, well, the whole cycle, isn't it, really? Something comes tumbling down, because this is the card that's the outcome. Something's going out of the picture, and it's to do with choices, to do with love, and you know, the mask coming off. So maybe something happens. What's at the bottom? Oh, we got the Queen of Swords in reverse. Queen of Swords in reverse. Right. She's to be honest with you, I can be the Queen of Swords as well, so reflection, having to have a look at myself here. But we've all got that within us anyway. So, but you know, she's someone in reverse. Like I said before, it's about the right and wrong, the power struggle. It's, you know, nothing's really negative, it's just something that needs to come to light. And where Scorpio, the full moon in Scorpio is concerned, it's something very deep and buried in your unconscious, to do with the Queen of Swords, that causes this power struggle. The Queen of Swords wants to be right. I said it's about right and wrong, blaming each other, and it's just all down to perspective, because the clouds are there. That's about thoughts, and their dark thoughts. It's all about someone trying to get their needs met, and their perspective on it, about how to get that done, or the perspective on a situation. Something might have happened innocently, and she's seen it one way and he's seen it another way, and it's as simple as that. But we have to we have to agree to disagree sometimes on things, otherwise we're never going to have a relationship. And that's why the lady on the April one was on top of the 8 of coins, maybe because she's the High Priestess, she knows better. Maybe she's the one that has to work at the relationship, because she's more awake, she's more aware. But for people, for different people, this will have different meanings, because for some it will be, you know, it might be a male where this Queen of Swords is in reverse, that's been that way with him. So it could be that way, you see, and it could be different for somebody else. This could be interference for somebody else, that somebody on the outside has been the Queen of Swords, that's been, because the Queen of Swords can represent separation. So has somebody been stirring it between a couple? Has somebody been gossiping about a couple, or giving the wrong advice to the King of Wands, you know, when he really needed to be listening to the High Priestess instead, because she's upright? You know, has somebody been giving him the wrong advice, is what I'm sensing, when he needed to be listening to the High Priestess and not this Queen of Swords? And hence why there's been a power struggle, because he's not trusting his own intuition, because she's above him. So it could be that way for other people. It could also be, you know, the Queen of Swords in reverse, which is somebody who's too harsh with her words. Is too harsh with her words. She's not diplomatic enough, causes a power struggle between the couple or a relationship. And even if you're single and a new one might be coming in, this is, you know, on an archetypal level, this is on a collective level. So I would imagine this is happening to quite a few people, that you've got to be careful of the, you know, the Queen of Swords being in reverse. Upright, she's right. What she's saying is true, and she's honest, and that sort of thing. So you just reverse it. Someone's not being honest, either with themselves, or, like I said, there's interference from somebody who's not being honest, that causes this power struggle, that can possibly be to do with the king. Well, he's at the heart of the matter. This is what's going on underneath this Queen of Swords. This is what's going on underneath, you see. So it could be because it's Scorpio, and it's the intensity of Scorpio, which is deep stuff. And the Scorpio, you know what the scorpion can do. Once it's hurt, it can go whoosh, with its tail, it can sting you. It's no different to the Queen of Swords. She can sting you just like that. Cut with the truth of not the truth, it's the way you deliver something, I think. Puts, because that's next to, and these are all swords, because that's next to the King of Wands, actually puts him in defense, mode straight away, you see, because that's right next to him. So he might be hearing something, or you know, because the other one was about the women sending a message, I think. So it's how you deliver that message as to what the outcome's going to be, you see. And it was about conflict. I was saying about the Tower and conflict, and maybe there needs to be, you know, the Death card, which is the Scorpio again, is about having to create that argument or tension, because without tension something can't grow. You know, if you don't, people are afraid of conflict, and without conflicts you can't grow, is what I'm getting. So maybe some of you do that, and then it's the Tower in reverse, which is a good outcome, because, you know, creating that conflict, not in a nasty way. You've got to be clever. This is about being clever, not to put his defences up, or not to put her defences up if it's the other way around. So you've got to be clever. You can't be the Queen of Swords. She causes the power struggle. You've got to be softer. You've got to bring in the Queen of Cups. You've got to bring in the Queen of Cups, a good listener, a good counsellor. These are all skills and talents that the new concept way of being, to get our needs met in a healthy way and to have healthy, balanced relationships, is what I'm getting. But be careful of the Queen of Swords, because she's what's at the bottom. She's representing the Scorpion, because it's so deep and intense. She's representing that, because otherwise he'll put his defences up straight away. So it's about being very clever. What did I watch? Sorry, I watched so many films, they're just reminding me. I won't tell you what. I hope I'm allowed to say films. It's not against copyright, but it's innocently done anyway. Was my Greek Fat Wedding 2, whatever it's called, I can't remember. I watched one, and then I went to the pictures with my daughter to watch the other one, so that I knew what the story was. But in the one bit, I won't say too much because it's a new film again, but let's just say in the one bit, you know, the father's very traditional and that sort of thing, and family orientated, which is lovely, you know, but it's breaking out, isn't it? And she's trying to break out of following like the patterns, the ancestral patterns and that sort of thing, and that you should be married by a certain age and have children by a certain age and all of that rubbish, and you know, she's wanting to do something different. I won't say the story, but she's wanting to do something different. And so the wife of the husband, which is her mum and dad, and the auntie gets involved, and you know, she's saying, well, look, we've got to, whether this represents a man or a woman, it doesn't matter, it's the energy. We've got to be the wise one, trust our intuition to guide us. And she's saying we've got to make him think that it's his idea without telling him. So, you know, he comes up with an idea and they just sort of say, well, because of this, and they went, oh yeah. And then so it's prompting him to come up with the idea that they want anyway in the first place, and then he does, and they all go, oh yeah, you know, without, I know that is something like that. That is something like that card, the Seven of Swords, being crafty. And you know, I would say that way is deceitful, is being deceitful. And the Queen of Swords in reverse, I'd say, whoa, watch out, watch out. But that isn't, you see, that's it. That's the way I see it anyway. It's the way I see it. He's got a smile on his face, and so I don't always see this as a negative card, like, you know, some people do. But yeah, and he's got a smile on his face, so it's him. But I do feel something in one of them, I can't remember which, I said it backfired. But it is about that, really. Maybe this is about you needing to be cunning, light-heartedly, to, you know, around this I don't know why I told you that story. But I am called the love storyteller for a reason, like one of my lovely subscribers pointed out, and that was done unconsciously. I can assure you, I didn't think about that at all. It just came out. So I've gone all about the bush, but I'll quickly go through because I want to put the other cards out. So something to do with the past. This is in reverse. So there's a delay on something from the past. I think the delay is, I go with my first thoughts. I think the delay is around the High Priestess not trusting herself. So this woman not trusting herself, to do with the past, thinking that she's gonna, what's the saying, history repeating itself. But it's not, because the Sun card is there. She, you know, she is intuitive. She is talking to her angels, her higher guidance, or whatever it is for you. It's different for everybody. I call it love and grace and universe and all sorts of things. It's just energy. And the Sun card is there. It's positive, you know. It's positive, it's good. So, and that's above the Lovers card. But like I said, something to do with a message. Watch all of them, and then it'll give you a clue around the heart of the matter, which is the King of Wands, to do with a separation, a heartbreak. That there has been, you know, something around there, but the something's changing to do with the new moon one, and the Tower, which was there upright, is now here, and the power struggle is to do with the number 6, the Lovers card, the relationship. This Queen of Swords has a part to play in that. I think that's what's got to be let go of, to be honest with you. It's the Queen of Swords attitude has got to be let go of. She's got to be vulnerable. You can't have intimacy without vulnerability, you see, whether male or female. You can't have intimacy without vulnerability. So let's see what these cards say. No, I'll tell you what, yeah, we will. I'll do these first. Sorry, I'm just sat on this little thing here, and I keep shoving the cards too close. Sorry. Just want to get everything in. Like I say, this hour reading goes so quickly. Right, what's the most important message to do with the 6 of Cups? First, well, there's news on its way. This is movement from the past. There's movement from the past about a delay, movement from the past about a delay. News is on its way. Right, a messenger. And what's at the heart of the matter? Heart of the matter. Heart of the matter is the snake. We had the snake before. What was in the middle for the April one? What was in the middle? Oh, I can't remember. Anyway, this is on the King of Wands. Something to do with the past. News to do with the past. This card can be wisdom, unless it's surrounded by negative cards. Something to do with wisdom, or could it be that he shed his skin? He's not the same person he used to be anymore. He's what's at the heart of the matter. So he's what's important. You know, maybe that layer has come off. This is about Scorpio. It's about getting deeper into a situation. Healing. you know, not being reactive like a Scorpio. There's a story about the frog and the Scorpio. It's all to do with ego, which brings the power struggle back into it, about right and wrong, or hurting each other because of our wounds. We've got to be so careful. But yeah, maybe it's that. And then in and around the environment, well, there you go, the key to success. What was the key the other way? Oh, in the April one, it's the Tower was the key to success. So it was about conflict. You need to watch these videos, you see, from start to finish, because the story unfolds. You don't get the full picture. I know a lot of you do, but those that don't, but that's okay. It's okay. It doesn't matter. But this is success, is being the High Priestess. You know, your own knowingness is being the High Priestess, and the Tower that was there upright, which would now be in place of the Lover's card. And the Death card, the death of a situation needs to happen, and there needs to be some push and pull power struggle thing to end it. And maybe it's the woman, the High Priestess, because she's more aware. And yeah, so do that. And they've got the cross. Yeah, the cross. You see, happiness is our destiny. Happiness, the feeling, the confident inner child, because this is the confident inner child. It's the healed inner child. I don't say that we'll ever be healed, but you know what I mean. It's allowing the sun to shine, to give us warmth, to have the free spirit, and you know, this is destiny. They're both occult cards, actually, the key and the crosses. That's the key, to be free, to act the inner child, the inner spirit, to be free in relationships. So we've got, it's around money. The other one was around money as well, to do with oh, I can't remember, but anyway, you will watch it back. And but yeah, this is to do with money as well. Was it the High Priestess on the other one? It might have been the first card that came in. I think it was around the High Priestess. So news concerning money. Be careful around finances, I'm getting, because of the sword, the Page of Swords. You've got to be crafty, or you've got to be careful around how you deliver the messages, I'm getting. And we've got the Sun card again underneath the Sun card, which is destiny, and it's on the Lover's card, which is number 6, the power struggle thing. That's the key, letting go. But yeah, it's on there, the Sun. So things are looking up, things are looking good. Yeah, see, there's the whip again. The whip was on the Death card, transformation. So that's about an argument. Now it's on the 7 of Swords here. So something was said. Yeah, to do with pride, ego. Something was said around money, to do with money, finances, investments. Oh, and then we've got the coffin. We've got the coffin on the heart. What's that saying? I just got the nail in the coffin. I got nail in the coffin. I mean, you know, I pray it's not a physical death. I wouldn't think so. I think this is because the scathe isn't there. And that would represent that, and it's not there. So I think it's the death, the nail in the coffin. You're putting the last nail in the coffin, to do with this situation, to do with this. There's been something that wasn't, like something that was hidden that can be separation, that can be, you know, something that wasn't told, but you're putting the last nail in the coffin to do with this situation, is what I'm getting. To do with an argument. The coffin can also be delays, because we will be going into a Mercury retrograde, but oh, we got the bear. So yeah, we've got the bear, which is about being strong around this situation, to do with the Three of Swords, being strong about, you know, lovers is relationships, choices, union. We've got 10 minutes left, but this is about the strength, you know, being strong with this situation that's coming tumbling down. Well, upright, it's good. The mask is on. The mask is on. Reverse, it needs to come off, and then reversed, it's come off, because if you're brave enough, I think, to create, well, to be honest with yourself, let go of the power struggle, and be honest about how you really feel about what's happened or is happening, because it'd be different for everybody. You know, you're going to need to be strong to do that. Take your own mask off, make sure you're not wearing a mask. What's underneath? The road, there you go, and we've got the road show up, a new pathway is what's going on underneath, the new pathway, because these cards are up here, but I just put it on there for that reason. So what else is it telling me? Yeah, need to use wisdom. Well, it's the need to use wisdom to do with the King of Wands, or he's being wise, but then you're, it's not about getting one up on each other, is what I'm getting. I'm not seeing anything else, I don't think, because these cards are so positive. But yeah, there's a new pathway opening up. This is what's going on underneath, and it's Scorpio. It's about the death. Like I said, the Queen of Swords has come up before. It's about communicating and a way you communicate. So let's see what the romance angels have to say. No, I was going to do, because we've got time, I'm going to pull some cards on the King of Wands. Let's have a look on the King of Wands. Whenever a court card comes out, I tend to do that, just to give us a bit more information. What's the most important messages, please, Spirit, concerning the King of Wands? Which is, you know, a passionate, fiery, creative energy. The King of Wands is. You need that to create, you see. So, what's the most important? Oh, that wants to come out. I've got to allow it. Wants to come out. It's the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Now the Eight of Pentacles was in upright, and the lady was it upright? I can't remember. But anyway, it's the Eight of Pentacles and the lady came on it, and I did say in that one, I think it's the lady, the women that are going to need to put the work in to the relationship, because there's the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. That's saying the King of Wands isn't making the effort, isn't putting the work into the relationship. What's that Michael Bublé song? I just haven't met you yet. Just haven't met you yet. You'll make me work it out, and I promise to give you more than what I get. I think that's what that is. Maybe the conflict needs to happen to stir this person, because he's not willing to put in the work to send a message of love, really. That's what the page is about. he's on defense, something around money and finances. There's been arguments maybe to do with that, or it's in somebody's head about that, and that's because the Six of Cups in reverse is about, you know, something that's been delayed, but there's movement around there now, so something is going to happen. Maybe it's about coaxing, and that Seven of Swords is about coaxing. The King of Wands, yeah, the work what he isn't doing or wanting to do is to do with a message of love. And now we've got the Emperor, and that's why he is the Emperor. This King of Wands is the Emperor. This is the father, like I say in the Empress and the Emperor, the mother and father of the earth, and the High Priestess and the priest is the mother and father of the heaven. So this is grounded. This is the earthly father, and can represent no, it's Aries, isn't it? I always think Taurus, but it isn't. It's Aries. The new moon in Aries. This is this energy, the I am. He's saying I am. So I think this person can be arrogant. I don't know if he means to. He's just not aware, just not awake. But he can be very arrogant. But I would say it is more arrogance if he was in reverse. If they were in reverse, then I'd say. But he didn't. He came out upright. So their lead, you know, he's a leader. He's a leader in some shape or form. Doesn't matter in what way. But you know, he's somebody looks up, you know, people look up to and admire. He's achieved things in his life, and they admire that in him, and they look to him for you know, guidance, really. So, but I don't think he's taking his own guidance. I think, like I said earlier, that maybe the Queen of Swords in this case is somebody on the outskirts interfering, because and maybe he doesn't, but that is him. Maybe some work needs to be done. Maybe he's not willing to send a message out, and maybe you do. Oh my goodness, quick, let's do the romance angels, because I only have a certain amount of time, my sisters say, otherwise it's more work for them, and they work hard as it is. So I just don't like doing all the technical side of it. This is where I need to be, but I will learn it one day, not just yet. Right, this is what gets my passion going. So what's the most important message, please, romance angels, concerning the full moon in Scorpio? What do we need to know? Most important message. Soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. So this queen, I said queen, so for some of you it will be, you see. This Queen of Wands or King of Wands, it doesn't matter, male or female, is your soulmate. And soulmate means, you know, everybody's got a soul. So a mate just means it's somebody you've got a soul contract with. You just don't know, don't try and name it, that's all. I think that's when the power struggles come in, when we try and name what our soulmate relationship is all about. We don't know. So, but yep, this is your soulmate. We've had quite a couple of cards that was yes. What's at the bottom? Children. Your love life is being affected by children. So in some shape or form, children are amongst it. In what way, I don't know. It can also be the inner child. But if you want to ask your question about this reading, then let's see what the answers are. What's the most important message, please? Ask the angels. The best way you can answer lots of people's questions. It might not resonate, so you know, do the High Priestess. She is the key. within the next few months. So this will be going on within the next few months, because I did say about the Mercury retrograde in reverse, you know, retrograde, so there might be delays, but it says within the next few months. And this is represents Aries, you see. This represents Aries. So and we do have Mars retrograde as well, so I think it all might be affecting it, really. Archangel Michael, please, what's the most important message for the full moon in Scorpio? Energy healing work. So you need some healing around this situation. So get, you know, your massages, anybody that, whatever, Reiki, whatever it is, you need some energy healing work. Ask Archangel Michael for healing also. And what's the whispers of love? Because you've got to be right, you've got to be strong to cope with it. What's the saying? Be careful what you wish for. So what's the message of whispers of love? Message. It was union of hearts for the other one. Physical touch. Oh, there you go. That really supports it. Physical touch is important. For some of us, nothing is more important than a tender touch. This might include a pat on the back or giving a hug to someone who needs it. But that goes very well with energy healing work. I think you need to be touched. I think you need massage to clear the energies from this that's happened, is what I'm sensing. I think some healing work would be very appropriate. It'd be very supporting for you, and it will make you strong, is what I'm getting from that. So yeah, physical touch. And even to the point, you know, when you're talking to someone, leaning, just holding their arm, or make that connection, because it takes people out of their heads into their hearts when you give that physical touch and just hold them. It connects them, is what I'm getting also. So, but this is a very strong, and it's he's what's at the heart of the matter. It's very strong partner, very strong partner, and the Lovers cards is there. But just remember the power struggle, because I wouldn't be surprised with somebody like that, and like that, if you've got a power struggle going on, you've got to be clever. You've got to use the High Priestess and let go. That's it. I'm gonna have to go. All right then, I send you lots of love. If I think of anything else or you know, another reading, then I'll bring one out. If not, I'll see you back here for the May readings, and I'll try and do them in sync so you get to watch them all. It'll be early, but you know, at least you get the whole story. Okay then, lots of love. Thank you for, please thumbs up, share and subscribe. That's your gift back to me. Lots of love. Thank you. Bye.